Mr. Plátano Man 1989 here, and I'm just gonna talk about TNA Impact. Now, overall, I think it was a very, very good show, and I am not the only one. Let's start it off. First, we had the Jarrett, Styles, and Steiner confrontation. Now, something that I really like about this, and it happened last week too, I believe, that every second. Alright, the main event Mafia and TNA aren't going at each other's necks every single second. Here we saw them just talking and talking and talking, just basically talking to each other, not arguing, not another beatdown or something like that, just talking like two men. So it gives both teams more credibility and legitimacy when it comes to them being professional. So then we had Homicide versus Nieto and Sabin. Now, I think that was a great, great match. Great opener for the wrestling part of the night because it had all the action that it needed. All the wrestling action is building up till their match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. I said heavyweight Tag Team Champions Championship for this Sunday tomorrow. So they gave it time. Everybody worked great, and the thing that I really, really liked is that each member of the teams came out with somebody supporting them. Sheik, Hernandez, Alex Shelley, and none of them got involved. It was a pretty straightforward, clean X Division match. So thumbs up there. The sit-down interview with Jeff Jarrett, where he refused to talk about what he and Scott Steiner were talking about last week, was great as well. Once again, stuff like that really makes TNA feel more realistic. They don't live in their own little universe. They're openly talking about real life situations like Joe Jarrett and Scott Steiner being good friends and all that stuff. So it shows a different side of Jeff Jarrett, Scott Steiner, and the whole business as a whole when they do stuff like that. The Beautiful People versus Taylor, Raisha, and Khan. Now, I was really, really into this because it was so interesting to see Khan work in a match as a face. That's good all around because, number one, it mixes up things with Khan. It doesn't have her doing the same thing she's been doing since she debuted, just dominating the women's face division. As well, it puts over the Beautiful People as heels. That they're so heelish that when they're in the ring with Khan, it makes Khan look like a face. So, if that makes sense. So, I really, really like that. Now, I could see people not liking this, but I really like it. It's going to be interesting to see Khan and Taylor match up tomorrow since Khan has been playing a kind of face role. So it's gonna be great there in ring work. ODB and Cody Deaner versus Abyss and Daphne. I love this because we get the debut of Cody and the debut of Daphne, even though it was short-lived because Cody just jobbed to Abyss. It was a funny little angle in the ring. The crowd was into it. I was into it. And Abyss slapped the shit out of him. Anyways, and Daphne was great all around. I can't wait to see her in the future, now that that fucking governor gimmick is completely gone. Now, and props to TNA for getting rid of the gimmick but still keeping Daphne. Instead of just 1 week her showing up at Daphne, they had a legitimate reason why she's not going to be the governor no more, why she was the governor more. They closed it. They gave everybody their wish, which was to end it, as well as giving a legitimate reason on why it's not going to continue. How she feels it was supposed to be a one-time thing, and Beautiful People took it to another level, which puts over a lot of people. Mick Foley interviewing Cactus Jack. Now, I thought I really was into this segment. It started getting a little funny when he was like punching himself in the head and stuff. But before that, and even at that, it was still gold. It was very, very good. I love how he was saying that Cactus Jack was the one that made Mick Foley famous, not the other way around. And then Sting came out, and Sting was like, "You really lost it, Mick, huh? You really lost it." And it's great fucking build up to tomorrow's matchup, which I'm looking so forward to. And then Cactus Jack or Mick Foley attacks Sting after the main event Mafia's music played. and Cactus Jack Mick Foley put over the fact that he still has a political position in TNA, and he could do pretty much whatever he wants. Excuse me. He was saying how he runs this company and stuff like that. Now, just that line right there kind of teased a future run-in with Jeff Jarrett. The way he just said, "I run this company," I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see them bump heads. Maybe at Slammiversary, considering it's gonna be the big anniversary show. Who knows? Jeff Jarrett versus Mick Foley. I wouldn't mind. So that segment was great all around. And then the Team 3D Beer Money segment. Mahoney and Spike Dudley, Brother Runt coming in was a great touch. The show's going to be in Philly, and it really puts over this match as not another pay-per-view match. It's a very, very, very fucking big match. Now, with Beer Money coming out and beating the shit out of I said Beer Money again. But with beating the shit out of Mahoney and Brother Runt, not only does it show that they have that hardcore, dangerous, crazy edge too, that the Philly fans, that Team 3D keeps saying about themselves and the Philly fans, not only does it show that they have that edge as well, but it puts them back in the role of just flat out fucking heels. Even though I was liking the build up the way it was, that both of them are kind of face, that they just help each other out and stay serious and stuff like that, this was a fucking twist for me, because now they're just the motherfucking assholes that they always were. So it's gonna be so fucking great to see them match up tomorrow night at Lockdown. And Jeff Jarrett announcing the final member of Team Jarrett. Yes, it's Christopher Daniels. And right away he was put, not literally because he was put in the main event, but he worked the main event type match. He wasn't jobbing at Kurt Angle, and he actually kind of technically beat Kurt Angle. Now, a couple of people I saw were talking shit in the message board saying, "Oh, great, Christopher Daniels returns and Angle beats him, and he gets buried by Angle." That's not what fucking happened. They worked an amazing match, in my opinion. Christopher Daniels pulled off the BME. This guy countered it, but you know, he landed on his feet. It was just great. For the reversal, everything you could want from a match. And the ending worked as well, because it could have gone on longer. The referee didn't see Kurt Angle's shoulder up. And then Jeff Jarrett ruled that Kurt Angle was actually the only one that had a shoulder up, and therefore he should win because Daniel's shoulders were down, which teases more about whose side Jeff Jarrett really is on. And gets, you know, some heat towards Jeff Jarrett for that from TNA in the front line, if you still want to call them that. So thank you, TNA. People have been begging for months to bring back Daniels, and I'm one of those people. A long time ago I said in one of my videos when Curryman was fired that right now the Main Event Mafia feud still has some steam, and they don't necessarily need to bring in Christopher Daniels right away. This is something they could save for Lethal Lockdown, and I'm glad that they did. Tomorrow's match is going to be fucking insane. I should talk more about the whole card tomorrow in a predictions video that I plan to upload tonight. So check that out when I release it. Subscribe so you can see it. And another news, it seems like the ratings were down this week, but I don't think that's bad. The ratings were still very high. And one last note. I don't know how many people follow Lance Storm's blogs that he does on his website, but Lance Storm is one of the most freaking critical, screaming, angry wrestlers in the world when it comes to reviewing wrestling, the wrestling product today. And guess what? He praised TNA Impact from last Thursday. He praised it. And I'm going to put the link right here so you guys can see it, because it was a really good read. That shows that TNA is, you know, making the right strides to impact some people. Let me just say a real quick quote. He says, I've been so busy for the most for the most part, I'm fed up with the nonsensical booking of all pro wrestling shows of late that I had to take a break. I'm gonna move on a little farther. It's like, well, tonight after a refreshing vacation, I jumped back in and gave Impact a try, and oh my god, I am glad I did. Impact was freaking great, and I don't mean by great by Impact standards, I mean flat out straight up. This was a great show. I'm so happy right now as I type this. I really recommend you guys read it. It's right there. Mr. Platinum Man 1989 out.